¿Qué pasa? Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG live video on my channel. Today we're going to take at the optimized version of the Koraidon EX battle deck, which is currently available in the shop. So I already made a video in the feature showcasing that specific deck. So we're going to take a look at this deck now. Right, so the Koraidon EX battle deck, the old one has a pretty limited setup, right? So on this one here, we're going to play it differently. Now, Koraidon EX, for everyone who doesn't know what it's capable of doing, it's basically able to do 280 damage, and it does 60 damage to itself. However, the Retribution Strike will actually be more powerful the more damage it has been dealt to himself. The good thing is we're running in the deck the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, which basically gives it plus 60%, plus 60 HP. And that should actually help us survive a bit longer. Now, it's kind of a double-edged sword using the Koraidon EX, and it has dropped off quite a bit in recent weeks and months. It's not being used a lot. In fact, it's probably not being used at all anymore. It's still very good though, right? I still have won a lot of matches using this deck. So yeah, we're going to be running another version of Radiant Greninja. Radiant Greninja with concealed cards helps us draw more cards. Another staple of this deck, Fezandipiti EX, will help us draw even more cards when an opponent has beaten our Pokemon. And we're running Sandy Shocks, which is also a staple in this deck, right? When the opponent has 4 or fewer prize cards, it basically allows us to attach basic fighting type energy from our discard pile. Great Task is just a way of disrupting the opponent's gameplay because we're able to actually get rid of cards from the opponent's deck. And the Sandy Shocks and the normal Koraidon are literally only fallbacks. Like they're just there pretty much, right? You can actually swap out one of these normal Koraidons and probably utilize something else. It's up to you guys. Right. The main key card of this deck is going to be the Professor Sada's Vitality. Now, I personally am more inclined to always run 4 copies of this instead of 3. Definitely try and run 4 copies of this. And also 1 copy of Mela. Mela will help you attach a basic Fire Energy card from your discard pile if one of your Pokemon has been knocked out during your opponent's last turn. This is going to be useful since Koraidon will require 1 Fire Energy in order to do the final attack. Now, the V-Spec card for this deck is probably the best one, would be Prime Catcher. I do not run it myself, but yeah, if you want to run a V-Spec card, definitely run Prime Catcher. One of your best friends is also going to be Energy Switch. This is going to come in very handy and a lot of times. And also Switch. Anyways, that's a deck. I'm going to post it in my video description down below. So let's get into a ranked match and let's actually see what this deck is capable of doing. All right, an opponent has been found. Very nice. Let's see where this is going. Heads. All right, we got the coin and we have heads. Very nice. So we're starting first. If that's a good thing or a bad thing, I do not know now. It all depends how we're gonna start. Okay, we have a bad start. We do not have any basic Pokemon. That's pretty much bad because now the opponent probably can draw 1 or 2 extra cards, which may give him or her the edge in this battle. All right. Okay. Let's see what we can get. All right, we have a somewhat decent start, I guess. Mew is not bad because Mew doesn't have any retreat costs. So that's all right, I guess. With the Nest Ball, we can get... yeah, I mean, we could get Koraidon onto the field. Oh, we're playing against Roaring Moon. I see. I see. Very interesting. Yeah, we're gonna get... thinking now, shall we go with Koraidon or shall we go with Radiant Greninja? It's going to be a difficult one to decide here. We're actually going with Greninja. Probably more benefit here. I'm going with Greninja now. Let's get rid of this. utilize the concealed cards. All right, we have 2 more. Boss's orders. Yes, we're going to use Ultra Ball. We don't really need Switch for now. And we're gonna go with Koraidon. Koraidon onto the field. We're gonna use this. So the question is, do we want to use Switch card now in order to boost the draw effect of Mew, or do we want to get Mew back the way it is? I'm just thinking if it's not even better to leave Mew up front, because the opponent isn't going to be able to attack this turn anyways, unless he has the specific cards required to actually give Roaring Moon faster energy. We're just going to use it. We're going to use it to actually be able to draw more cards. Alright, okay. We have another Earthen Vessel here. We're going to use this next turn. We're going to end our turn for now. Let's see where this is going. Yeah, we need... Oh yeah, by the way, another option to play in this deck would be Squawkabilly. Squawkability? This guy here. This dude. Squawkabilly, yeah. So in first turn, he would be awesome, right? Now the thing is, it's not always like a good thing having him in the deck, right? Sometimes it may be the case that you're running him in the deck and you're not going to be able to play him. So he's more or less a waste. And at times you're probably not wanting to discard your hand. So it's also going to be counterproductive playing this version of Squawkabilly EX. I mean, it's up to you guys, right? I did play him for a couple of days, weeks, a lot of times. I tested this deck and I played with this deck. I actually had him a long time in the deck. Again, sometimes it worked well, sometimes it didn't. So yeah, I'm just going to keep it the way it is. All right, okay. So you also have Sarada's Vitality, Tracking Shoes, another pair. Oh yeah, running Trekking Shoes in the deck is also very, very useful. We're running Trekking Shoes ourselves. At least 2 copies is definitely something you want to have. Oh yeah, Explorer's Guidance. I've had this also in my deck. I mean, it's not bad because you can look at the top 6 cards of your deck, put 2 of them in your hand, discard the other ones, right? Depending on what kind of strategy you're following, this might be also a good choice for the deck. But in this version of the deck, we're not going to play it. Alright, what did he discard there? Okay, another Roaring Moon. Nest Ball, Switch card. Okay. Brute Bonnet is going to be nasty. This one's going to be very nasty with the Toxic Powder. Alright. Both of our active Pokemon are poisoned now. Alright, switch turn. Perfect. Earthen Vessel, that's going to be nice. Let's use Earthen Vessel for now. Get rid of this. Grab 2 cards. Okay, we do not have any more fire energy in the deck. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. We're going to use the concealed cards here. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, how do we want to go about this? We need to have Sarada's Vitality now, or we're going to have trouble. We're going to grab these 2. This as well. Right, we're going with Sandy Shocks. Right, the boss's orders wouldn't be a bad choice, actually. Right, perfect. So now we can get Fezandipiti EX onto the field. And we can actually use Sarada's Vitality. Perfect. So we're going here and we're going here. Awesome. That's... Oh, perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Right, let's grab her back into the deck. And then get rid of the... Roaring Moon. That's why I love this deck. That's exactly why I love this deck. Mew is just... Oh yeah, perfect. We have 2 Professor Sarada's Vitality. So we can actually load up And we have boss's order. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get rid of Brute Bonnet probably, or what we could do is actually bring forth his Fezandipiti EX to the front, finish it, grab another 2 prize cards, and get his Squawkabilly up to the front as well. Dark Patch is going to be nasty. Yeah, this one's going to be nasty. The Roaring Moon, the basic version, does 10 more damage per what's it called, ancient Pokemon in the discard pile. So yeah, that's going to be disgusting. All right, he didn't do nothing. Perfect, awesome. We're good to go. We're gonna be good to go. Let's see, we're gonna drop Great Tusk to the field. Yeah, wait, do we want to actually go down that route? We're gonna lose our Koraidon if we just focus now on the Roaring Moon, right? He does have 2 on the field. How many ancient Pokemon does he have there? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, shouldn't be too problematic with it. Let's go with Fezandipiti EX. We're gonna get rid of this first. As a tackle. That way we have another support from the opponent eliminated. Ideally, all right, okay, 2 more energy cards. That's good. That's very good. Even if we lose Koraidon now, we can still load up our Sandy Shocks for the next turn. So that's good. If we're lucky and we're gonna be able to grab another boss's orders, we can actually draw his Squawkabilly up to the front and finish him. That's not going to help you. But anyways. Toxic Powder. The good thing is we cannot be affected by any special conditions, which is just perfect for us. All right. Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's see this. We're gonna do this first. Grab this for him and 4 Great Tusks as well. Draw 3 more cards. Awesome. Gonna give it to Sandy Shocks. We can actually go with Switch. We could actually do that. Yeah, we're not gonna do it. Retribution Strike. Finishing off his Roaring Moon, the normal version. Grabbing ourselves our... Oh yeah, he conceded. Oh! Oh, very nice. What can I say, guys? The Koraidon EX deck still pretty good. I really enjoy playing with that deck. For a long time, played it very, very often. This deck, sadly, again, has fallen off a bit. But in my personal opinion, it's still very strong. As you can see, that was a very dominant performance. We just eradicated almost anything the opponent threw at us. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Do drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this deck. If you have any optimizations or if I missed anything or if you just want to comment for the sake of commenting, drop it down below. And if you have any deck lists which you would like to see featured on the channel, then also do send me the deck list down below in the comment section or join my Discord and send it to me via Discord. And yeah, as always, I'm going to conclude now. Thanks for tuning in. Take care of yourselves. Until next time.